foolish mortals.
Hello there. Are you insane? Get out of here!
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Right, off you go.
Welcome to Average Joe Orlando. Welcome to Average Joe Orlando, reporting for KMV Travel. I'm Joe.
And I'm Kelly.
And today we are going to be discussing everything you need to know about Universal Epic Universe. So I'm excited to talk about this one, the newest park in the world, which is right in our backyard here in Orlando.
It is crazy. We got to kind of see this, come from the ground up.
Literally. And I'm still wondering, where did they get all this land from? I remember, looking at Topgolf being that's a lot of land. And all of a sudden there's a giant theme park in the middle of Orlando. I don't know how they built it. It's crazy. It's gigantic.
Yeah, and you go in and you kind of see how much room they have to expand, too.
Yes.
And it's mind-blowing.
And all the roads around it, too. I didn't realize how many new roads there are. I'm it's a whole new property. I think they said they doubled the size of what Universal is, so...
It's crazy. It is if you have not been already, it is one you need to definitely check out.
Yes.
And I say early on just so you can kind of see it in its... infancy. It's cool to see it at that point.
Yeah, it's weird to see a brand new theme park. So you're okay, what is this going to be in 20 years? And how is it going to grow and change? So it's cool to be part of the new area.
Oh my gosh, how old will you be in 20 years? Don't tell me.
I know. Remember when it opened? I remember hearing about Islands opening as a kid and thinking it's the coolest thing. And now you look back and I'm
yeah,
old school.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Epic Universe, great. How many times have you been now?
I have been 4 times.
Nice.
3 times during previews.
Okay.
And 1 time during it officially being open. So very different experiences.
Very cool. I want to hear about that. Yeah. And then I've only been once now so far since it's been officially opened. And I went on the hottest day, which we will definitely talk about the lack of shade since it was basically, I think, a cow pasture or a farm beforehand. So there's a lot of new trees there. So a lot of things that need to grow in for shade. So we have some tips and tricks for you. But so I think we'll discuss each of our visits. I'd love to hear more about your visit. What did you do? And then I'll kind of jump into my visit, what I did, some of your favorite things. And then we'll kind of break down for our listeners a little more about the lands and what they can expect in each of the, I should say portals. They're not lands at Epic Universe.
Yes, portals.
Sorry, nomenclature, important. You go through the portals. So when you come into the portal, you go in Celestial Park and then you get to go into the different portals, transporting you to different worlds and even time periods, which is interesting with the Harry Potter one, yeah. This episode of Average Joe Orlando is sponsored by KMV Travel, a travel agency that helps families of all shapes and sizes plan personalized vacations and create unforgettable memories. No matter where you're traveling, to your favorite theme park, aboard a cruise, on an all-inclusive getaway, or beyond, the dedicated advisors at KMV Travel will provide personalized travel guidance and unmatched service at no additional cost to you. To learn more and start planning your vacation with expert guidance, visit kmvtravel.com/Joe. Tell me about your trips and a little bit of highlights and some of your favorite things that you did.
Yeah, so like I said, I went 4 times and even during previews, it was a very different experience each time. So I did get to do a lot of different things because of being able to go that many times. But I'll say my highlights, my top portal is Dark Universe.
Cool.
I just think that they did an incredible job with that, and I know we'll kind of dive into that a little bit more. Favorite ride is Monsters Unchained. You're going to see a bit of a bit of a trend here.
I'm impressed.
Yes, and then my favorite restaurant, if I'm going to do a bar, is going to be the Burning Blade Tavern.
Yeah, very cool.
But I did do the Café L'air de la Sirène.
Oh, beautiful French. I just call it Café La Sirène, so good job.
Well, I did hear that what I thought was Circus
Arcanum?
Well, I thought it was Circus Arcanus forever. So
Beautiful.
I did a lot better on this.
Okay, good.
But that would definitely be my favorite restaurant.
I agree. That was really good.
Were yours the same?
So my favorite world or portal was Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter, and this one is definitely the biggest and most grand. So I felt like you're actually in the streets of Paris. I thought the ride was amazing. Really, really enjoyed the ride. Even though I waited 2 hours, I enjoyed the ride. Ran there first thing in the morning. Favorite restaurant was actually Oaken Star Tavern. So wandered in there because it was air conditioned. They have a bar there called the something owl. Is it the Drunken Owl?
Oh,
the Plastered Owl.
Yes, the Plastered Owl.
So they have and we sat there and they had live music inside and they had barbecue food. It smells so good in there. You can see the fires going. So they have barbecue food. They actually do breakfast in the morning, I found out. So next time I go, we're planning on going again in a few months. I'm planning on definitely going there for breakfast. And it was delicious. And sat at the Plastered Owl, got a little air conditioning over there. That was my favorite. But then favorite bar was also definitely the Burning Blade, especially at night when it like lights up the sky and you could see. I don't know if you noticed at night you could see the lighting package is going on the side, and it looks like they're coming with the torches.
No.
And then it looks to see the villagers represented, and then when they get too close to the windmill, it lights on fire. So very cool.
I'm gonna be honest. I have not made it that
Past your
late.
bedtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went in like when was it? Like July or no? It must have been June. So it was not dark that early.
So that might be nice going into like the
yes
colder season. Colder, I'll use air quotes here.
Yeah, we're looking for our fall weather.
Yes,
and then I'll be back.
And then you can enjoy the nice at night and everything like that. So any other recommendations you have? So I found like obviously like sitting in the air conditioning was the way to go, especially if you're going the warmer months. Definitely finding those the Cirque de Arcanu, beautiful. You got it now. And then also I think the Untrainable Dragon Show was great inside in the air conditioning. I think not just for kids, definitely all ages. Perfect. Yeah. And then any different tips or tricks that you have to say or anything like that you found when you went?
Yeah, so I would say on that note with getting air conditioning, it is the way that they handle their quick service is different than some other experiences. So you do have to do that all through the app, and they will kind of queue you up to then get into a restaurant and then queue you up to sit down, and then you can kind of say that you're here. So it is a little bit of a process.
Yes.
So I would say even more than at other theme parks, if you can eat on off times, do it because you will thank yourself later. The other thing is to consider doing a sit-down restaurant. I know that Universal has often not been known for their table service dining, but I've done the Atlantic here, and it was wonderful, beautiful views.
Cool. I want to do that one.
Yeah, and it was, not badly priced. And then the Blue Dragon, I believe, is
the other one.
And I haven't done that one yet, but looks amazing. The menu looks incredible. So that will be on my next visit. I'll be doing that one for sure.
Already scoped both of them out for my next visit. They both actually even have walk-up bars I saw inside. So you could even just walk up, grab a drink at the bar, and grab some food. I already scoped at the Blue Dragon. Beautiful. So, yeah.
That's a great pro tip. Do the walk-up bars if you can. And not that I will, throw this out for everybody, but they do allow children in those areas. So if you
in bars?
I know.
Okay.
If you're just going to like grab a drink, you can bring your kiddo along, get some air conditioning, and then head back out.
I did find, too, they have specialty beers at a lot of their places, kind of like how they do in like Simpsons or in Harry Potter, where they have their own specialty beers that are brewed. Oak and Star had their own, in the Mead Hall and How to Train Your Dragons had their own, and then in the Burning Blade had their own. So kind of fun that they each have their own specialty beers if you want to go, instead of drink around the world, drink around the portals, I guess, kind of like... do that. And then speaking of drinking, water, I think is my biggest one. The Coke Freestyle machines, free water. So I don't want to pay $6 for a bottle of water. So I will buy one or bring my reusable with me and then go to all those Coke Freestyle machines around the park and just constantly get water. Because I know the day I went was hot and I was refilling that constantly.
It is very important to stay hydrated. We always say that in Central Florida. But even more here because there isn't so much... The trees just are very young, like you said. The other thing, I don't know if you saw this the last time you were there, they have cool down spots now.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically just a big fan.
Take it.
And there's a sign that says cool down spot. And I did stand in the cool down spot for like 5 minutes just in front of the fan.
I saw a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, I was like, move over, kids. But that was a good that was a good addition. I feel like they are really listening to the guests, which is really nice. The other thing too, if you are doing those freestyle machines, there are special soft drinks in there for I think three of the portals.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to drink around the world, but drink around the portals.
Yes.
And not drink alcoholic, you can do that.
And still have specialty drinks.
Yeah.
And I saw that on the mocktails too over at the Harry Potter bar at the... I should see. I have my cups right over here. At the bar Moonshine. Yes, they have their own mocktails too, so you could definitely drink but not drink as you go.
Yeah, which is always good, especially when it's hot out too.
Yes, hydrate. Very good. And then also anything about... I know you have a power-up band from Super Nintendo World Hollywood. I have a power-up band from Hollywood when I went with you, actually. And then I have one also from Japan. And they work there, too. So if you already have a power-up band, or you could buy one when you get there. So did you use your power-up band when you went?
We did. So the one time I went, I honestly kept forgetting it. I was like, oh my gosh.
Same.
And if you do forget it or you have to buy one, there is, before you even enter the park, you can actually grab it right at a kind of little setup store out there. And then you also can get it in City Walk. So if you are staying, you're doing a vacation package with Universal, grab it before, go to City Walk, and you can get it in the Super Nintendo store there. And then all you do is just kind of link it to your app. But they're super fun. Like, even I'm not a person who really is attached to Super Nintendo World, and it kind of made it more exciting for me.
Enhances it for you. Yeah,
for sure. Because it was like, you know, when the lines were long, because I will say you are going to have long lines in this park, but there is a lot to do outside of the attractions, and I think that's what Epic Universe does so well, that sometimes I felt like there wasn't as much in the other Universal parks. They really listened to people and said, okay, we're gonna have other experiences that everyone can do. So this is not going to be height requirements, motion sickness, whatever it is. Everyone can do that with the power-up bands. They're super fun, and there's lots of different like games you can play. The
mini games, yep. And then I know if you get all your coins or anything in one, you get to actually trigger another mini game that you're not even allowed into unless you like play the other one. So it kind of gives you ideas to go back and do it again. Yeah, it's definitely a good. It's like, you know, when we talk about re-rideability, this is something where you can have that power-up band, bring it back with you. And same thing with the spellcasting over in the Wizarding World. There are new wands. The second gen wands, I think they're calling them, and so I would say, like, I didn't bring my wand with me because, of course, I have a wand, you know. But whose wand do you have? Do you mind me asking? Bellatrix Lestrange. Oh, okay, dark. I am a Slytherin, so. All right. Through and through. Wow. This Ravenclaw will watch out. Cool. So I honestly just had fun, like, just watching people doing that too. So that's another part of this. A pro tip I would say is build time into your day just to experience the atmosphere. Yeah. It's I think a lot of times people think of Universal and they're like, it's just all about the big rides and the thrill rides. This park is definitely not. There's so much. There's big rides if you want them, but there's a lot of other stuff. Exactly. Yeah. So I enjoyed that a lot. Perfect. Well, I think speaking of that, let's dive into maybe a little bit about each land, and we can talk about what each land has to offer, and then maybe break down different attractions and all the other stuff, because like you said, there's a lot more than just the regular rides. Perfect. So Universal, Epic Universe is broken up into 5 lands or 5 portals. You start in Celestial Park, and then if you go to your left, you have the Super Nintendo portal, Dark Universe, and then over to the right, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, the largest of the portals. I was very surprised and impressed by that one. And then Harry Potter. So let's talk about the rides. So in Celestial Park, you have Stardust Racers, 48-inch height requirement. Did you ride this ride? I've ridden this one like 4 times. Wow. I love it. Okay. It is so good. It is one of the attractions where it is going to be a metal detector. So you will have to put everything in a locker, walk through that metal detector. And it is very important. Like, it's always important, obviously, to do that. But you are on... There's 2 separate tracks. So you have your yellow and you have your green. Reminds me of Dueling Dragons back in the day, yes. Yeah. And they will cross over each other. So you don't want anything falling out on top of another guest. So yes, very important. You will have to put your phone away, all those things. You know, you see people that are like, well, can I bring my phone? It's like, you're going through a metal detector. I know, no. And then you have to talk to each other after you go through the metal detector, because what am I going to do? Yeah, it's like, you have to socialize. I guess I'll just stand here. Stare at the wall, it's fine. I did do this one. This was great. It reminded me a lot of the Velocicoaster, lots of airtime, really good. And I liked it even at night even more, because the idea with the lighting package on it, did you see the whole idea is that you are blasting through cosmos on a meteor, so the track's not lit up, just the ride vehicle. Yes. So it's very pretty at night. So even a different experience if you go back at night. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot with these attractions in general. It's what time of day you're doing it. You're going to get a very different experience. Constellation Carousel, also in the middle of the park in Celestial Park, is definitely another one that's completely different at night with the lighting package, and very pretty park at night. Yes, and that's a nice one because there is no height limit. So if you do have little ones that are going, that's one that everyone can do together. Yes. And you don't have to worry about motion sickness and things like that. It does, obviously it's a carousel. It's going to move around, but it's not moving very quickly. So it's a nice one to do. But a very unique carousel, yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's not your traditional, no, boardwalk carousel for sure. Definitely not. No. And they had lots of great food options in the middle of the area too. So as you mentioned, the 2 sit-down restaurants, 3 quick service restaurants, and I even saw a building that they're building more to come. So there's a new restaurant coming in there. So they're even planning for the future already. Yeah, and you will walk through there a lot. Yes. Because you're kind of, it's like your hub, but not really your hub. How it's not like connected to the other ones. Yeah. Yeah. Very easy to navigate park. Yes. It's very clear where you're going. But a lot of walking. Yeah, you will get your steps in. But, that's good, right? That's good, because then you can eat more snacks. Now, over Super Nintendo World, the first portal on the left does open up for early entry. So early entry, if you are hotel guests, not annual pass holders right now, you can come in for early entry in the park. And they have 3 attractions. So they have the Mario Kart. I like to say Mario Kart because I'm from New York, but Mario Kart, Bowser's Challenge. They have the Yoshi Adventure Ride, and then they have Minecart Madness. So Mario Kart is for 40 inches and above. Yoshi's Adventure, 34 inches, so a little bit for younger children, kind of like the People Mover, reminds me of that one. And then Minecart Madness, unfortunately, I didn't get on this one on my first trip. I'm hoping to go back, is 40 inches. And this is I'd say more of a family coaster. You rode it, right?
Definitely. Yeah. It's definitely one where I wouldn't say it's like a Slinky Dog. It's not as not as smooth as a Slinky Dog.
Okay.
But it is one that little ones can do. Like, this could be a first roller coaster if you have a kid who's like, I'm ready to go. It would not have been mine. But this land, especially our world, is definitely good for kids because, like you were saying, you do have the it's lower height limits, so a lot of kids are going to be able to get on it. And then you do have the power-up bands. You also have character meet and greets in here. So I believe you have Mario and Luigi.
Yes.
Or Mario and Luigi.
Mario
I'm like,
and
now
Luigi.
you're confusing me.
It's me, Mario. Yes.
Princess Peach.
Yes.
And
I think Toad's there, too.
I think Toad, yeah. And then the Toadstool Cafe, too.
Yes.
Is over there.
With all themed food. Really, really cute. Did you get to eat there at all?
So I didn't eat there, but I was with someone who ate there.
Cool.
And they got a really cute little, like, chicken sandwich that looked like the Toadstool.
Yes.
So it was very cute.
A lot of cool specialty food in this area, just in general. So,
yeah. They've done a great job with the immersion of, from everything from the food, the drinks.
Yes.
Everything that you have. So
that's what's crazy. There's 4 of these portals, and that's why I don't think one day is definitely enough.
No, if you really want to experience everything,
yeah,
multi-day. And I will say, with early park access, even if you're not staying on property, if you do buy a multi-day ticket through a travel advisor, aka me, yes, you do actually get a early park access. So
that's helpful.
Yeah, so it's a really great benefit.
Okay.
If you are going to buy the ticket anyway, you're going to pay the same price through us or through Universal. So it's an added benefit of kind of going through a travel advisor.
Knock out those attractions first thing.
Yeah, because we'll have Super Nintendo, and normally Stardust Racers is open too. So you can get actually a few different things done, and also just get like the lay of the land. That's another thing that early park entry I think just helps with, because now you don't have to like run in and figure out what to do. You kind of can use that time to be like, okay, this is, I can see where everything is.
And start plotting out your day, and then also get on those attractions that are going to have long wait times. Yes. When I was there, Mario had like 200 minutes for some of the day, so hit that first for that early park access. You'd set up.
Definitely, for sure.
Cool. Well, let's jump over to Dark Universe, your favorite portal.
Yes.
And we'll talk about Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experience. That experiment, that's a 48-inch height requirement. Reminds me of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And then Curse of the Werewolf, that is a spinning coaster, which is a 40-inch height requirement. And I know you like both of those.
Yes. These are my favorites. I think that this land is just so well done. If you are a Halloween Horror Nights fan, it's kind of like, you just kind of get to like get a little taste of that.
Smell the fog all year round.
Yes, exactly. And there's a lot of cool callbacks to the Frankenstein movies and the story. And I love that book too. So it was like just a cool experience to get to do that. But it is going to be more of I think it's an older kids one.
Yes, yeah.
It can be a little
spooky.
Yeah, a little spooky. That's a good spooky scary. There are some walk around characters.
Yes.
So you have the Invisible Man, and you have Igor.
Yep, he was funny. Yep,
it's so funny. He's a good one. Like if you have kids, they're not gonna be freaked out by that. But Frankenstein monster, and then the bride are there too. They're kind of set off into a little.
So they were like in a queue you get up for,
but great character experience. But so that is one where like if you think your children might be scared of something like that, you don't have to worry about that. You can kind of stay away from that area. The other thing that's over here that's cool is the makeup experience.
Yes. Good for kids and adults.
Yeah. I saw a few kids that had their makeup done, and it is so cool.
Reminds me of like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, but monsters, because then you can get your costume afterwards too, and you can get your face painted like Dracula and dress up like Dracula.
This is what I would have picked as a child. And my sister would have been like, "Can I be Cinderella?"
And you're like, no. No, I'm Dracula.
Bride of Frankenstein. But it's a really cool experience over there. Yeah. And then they do have a few different dining options. So the Burning Blade Tavern, like we talked about, Das Steakhouse, which I still have not eaten at. I did go in.
Yes, I've been in there too. Yeah. It is cool inside. Yes,
so cool.
Where the familiars serve you, and like they're trying to fatten you up apparently to feed you to the vampires.
I'm all in.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we're good.
I can spend all day in this one too. Yeah,
Yes.
especially at night, it comes alive.
Yeah. Comes alive.
That's what it says on the portal. Well, we'll pop over to the next portal. My favorite. But obviously they're all great. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. They have one attraction in there at the time, a giant attraction, Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry. And as we mentioned, Cirque Arctanu, the show. They also have a lot of food locations. They have 2 quick service restaurants over there, and then a full bar. So giant area, and then a lot of walk-around entertainment. I don't know if you got to see any of the entertainment that walked around too.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because they have the students from different wizarding institutions walking around, and like people are coming to these theme parks dressed up, so you're kind of like, is that a character or is that just another guest? But they're really fun. They will kind of go through some of the spell casting with you. They're also obviously always are those people that are there to help you with the spell casting.
Yes.
So that's nice, but it really does feel like a immersive land, and you do some time travel here too.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah. And so they have the time turner at the portal when you go in, and then it starts off as you're in Paris in the 1920s during
Yes.
Fantastic Beast
films,
and then you take the Floo Powder Network, and you not only move to London, you also move to, I guess, the early 2000s, late 90s,
Yeah,
whenever.
I think it's the ninth, so like 50
takes
years.
after the 7th book, the 7th movie, when Umbridge is up for her trial, finally. And then you board an elevator and go to her trial, and spoiler alert, nothing goes right and everything goes wrong, and just like in every Universal ride, you travel and
You have to save the day.
you do. And then at the end, spoiler alert, you will, and you clap. And I love this ride. I thought it was fantastic. Very unique, very different. Great lineup for all the Harry Potter rides. So
Yeah, I will say this was one that I don't normally get motion sickness, and this one got me. I've done it twice.
it's intense. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I love Monsters Unchained, kind of the
Kuka arm.
Kuka arm.
Yeah.
I always say the wrong word. That's, same type of technology, but very, very different. So if you're someone who, didn't like Forbidden Journey, I wouldn't say to not try this, even though it's kind of the same technology.
I've heard a lot.
It's very different.
I heard that from a lot of people. Yeah. Because the Kuka arm ride system scares people, but it was actually super tame.
Yeah. And I felt like Monsters Unchained was super tame. So it's really going to be like, what's your trigger type of thing. But I would say if you do get motion sickness, those are probably 2 that you don't want to test it with. Maybe do those like later in the day.
Yes.
If you definitely want to try them out.
Not right after lunch.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the last portal, How to Train Your Dragon, Isla Berk, obviously based off of the film series. There's 4 attractions here, or experiences here. So Hiccup's Wing Gliders, that's going to be the roller coaster. Dragon Racers Rally, 48 inches. That's the spinning one that I did not get to do. Fire Drill, all ages, and that's the water attraction. And then you have Viking Training Camp, which is a playground. So I know that you agree with me. The Wing Gliders were kind of a surprise hit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So cute.
So fun. And I will say my husband is a huge roller coaster nerd, and he even loved this.
It's good.
He was like, this is great.
Not a kiddie coaster, a good coaster.
No, it is. Yeah. And even for having, like 40 inches is not a very high height requirement, especially when Dragon Racers Rally has 48. But it's a great one that kids can do together with their family. So I loved that one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And the food's great. A lot of walk around characters. Obviously, you can meet Hiccup and what's Toothless.
Toothless, yeah.
How would I not know Hiccup and Toothless? And a lot of characters, which I thought was really. This land was enormous.
Yeah, it's huge. You can definitely spend a lot of time there.
Yes.
Make sure you watch the movies before you go, because you will definitely appreciate it more.
But not just for kids. Definitely, I think people write this off as the kids' land, and I'm like, this was not. This was actually a big surprise.
No, it's a great family land. I think they did a good job at finding something that could really go across a lot of generations.
Yeah. Now, I know we're running out of time, so I will wrap things up, but any final thoughts on Epic Universe or anything like that anybody should know about, maybe getting tickets or anything like that?
Yeah, so tickets are available, obviously, at this time for any of the dates. So 2025 tickets are a little bit different than tickets in the next year. So I would say reach out to your travel advisor if we can assist you, because it is a little confusing right now, the tickets. But you can definitely go multi-day in 2026, so that's good to see. And Express Pass is available.
Yes.
If you have questions about that, I'm more than happy to walk through that. I did experience that in one of my visits. But get your tickets early. There is dynamic pricing with Universal, and that means that the earlier you get it, the less you're going to pay.
So probably a good thing to talk to your travel agent and
Yes.
have your travel advisor kind of help you through that process. Cause
Exactly.
it could be a little more confusing. I know for me, I never buy tickets for Universal because I have an annual pass. So
Yeah.
even myself having to go on and be like, oh, what day should I go and what's the pricing? And then a few days were actually sold out the week I wanted to go. So yeah. Definitely good to
plan
go.
in advance.
Plan in advance, yes. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
So if you're ready to have not the average vacation, be sure to reach out to our sponsor, KMV Travel, a travel agency that provides complimentary vacation planning assistance to families of all shapes and sizes to destinations including theme parks, most major cruise lines, all-inclusive destinations, and beyond. Start planning today at kmvtravel.com/Joe. Once again, that's kmvtravel.com/Joe. Link in the description box below. Well, thanks for listening to Average Joe Orlando reporting for KMV Travel. I'm Joe.
And I'm Kelly.
And we will see you at the parks. Thanks for taking a ride with Average Joe Orlando.
You made it! I knew you would.
Is everyone okay? Hope you still want to open an account.
Say cheese. See you later.
Thanks, everybody. You were brilliant.
At this time, gather up your personal belongings and take your small grubs by their grubby little hands as you exit. Thank you.